Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. Welcome to another tarot and oracle pick a card reading in which I will help you find out what are you transforming into, what are you becoming. No, this is not a fantasy-based kind of reading like the previous one was. This is about you, your personal development. Maybe you think that you stay the same throughout your life, and while indeed there could be a core energy that defines who you are, other things change throughout your life, such as your relationships, the way you relate to your body, your mindset, your values. You acquire more life experiences and you change your mind about a lot of things. And your roles can sometimes change. You become a parent, or you become very focused on career, or maybe you become very creative and your life changes overnight. So, keeping this energy in mind, I thought that I would create this reading to help you understand what is the next level in your development. What are you becoming? What is the next role you are embodying? Yeah. And I thought of giving you 3 different cards, 3 goddesses taken from this deck, the Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians Oracle cards. And I have here for you group 1, we have Goddess Oshun, the goddess that comes with sweet success. For you, group 2, we have the mother of all witchcraft, Hecate, and she comes with a message of past life healing. The throat chakra is really important. And for you, group 3, we have Amaterasu, the Japanese light-bringing goddess. We have here no more hiding. As you can already tell, I have the oracle cards pre-selected, but I will live shuffle from a very dear deck to me, a deck that I used to have a lot in my first pick a card readings when I began the Spiritual Social. I put it to the side and I haven't been using it in a while. It's the infamous, mysterious Mary L. Tarot. This is the 2nd edition, the revised edition, where the cards are a little bit smaller and they can fit into your palm, so it's easier to shuffle them. And I will be using this, I'll be putting it in your service today. I'll be live shuffling tarot cards and combining that knowledge with the pre-selected oracle cards to help you understand what you are becoming into, my munchkins. Thank you so much for being here, for being part of the Spiritual Social. Thank you for following me on Instagram as well. Thank you for reading the articles on my website, for booking personal orders with me. I have a surprise for you guys throughout the entire month of October, from the 1st of October midnight until the 31st of October midnight. You get 25% off across all of my readings. So please book. This discount is meant to help you, and I highly recommend that you take advantage of it. You can even book this month for next month or for another point in time if you want a reading 2 months from now. Yeah, so just take advantage of this discount. I created it to help you. Thank you kindly for your love and support. It's worthwhile subscribing and hitting the bell. It's worthwhile commenting as well, including yourself, being part of the community, exchanging ideas with us. And also, thank you kindly for joining me during our monthly live streams. I am filming this reading around the full moon in Aries. It's going to be a super moon in October. So please kindly join me for the live stream, which I will organize tomorrow. Okay, with all these announcements out of the way, thank you for selecting your option. I'm sure that you had time to think which goddess appeals to you the most. And if you have, then let's go straight to your specific choice and see what are you transforming into. Hi, group 1. Welcome to your reading, my loves. I hope you're doing well. Let's find out what you are becoming. What are you transforming into? So we have here this card. You were drawn to Goddess Oshun, sweet success. Like the rivers over which Oshun presides, may your success be forthcoming. May it flow towards you with ease. So let's see. First of all, your oracle cards. We have here Lady of the Beasts, and I'm going to have to censor her a little bit, yeah? So we have this Lady of the Beasts, a woman surrounded by all the animals of the forest. We also have here number 3, Ask. Launch, soar, and request. Okay. We also have here this card, and it is an image of a spectrum. The affirmation is, I root out and reject prejudice in myself and others. And I also have here the Smith, overthinking and taking action. Okay, so just by looking at your oracle cards, I feel like you are activating a lot more masculine energy inside of you. You're going through a period in which you could be rewilding yourself. You're breaking away from constricting, confining norms. You're trying to surpass your limits. You may have been feeling like your life has reached a certain point where you really need to work at it from the inside to bring about what you want to manifest on the outside, because circumstances outside of you are not helping you to do that. So you have to find a way to manifest your desires from within outside. You could be going at the moment through the famous midlife crisis. Astrologically, this is a crisis that happens when the planet Saturn sits in a square to your natal Uranus, and it's usually covering the time span, the ages between the 38 years old all the way up until 42. So you may be thinking that how you used to live your life is no longer tenable. You're no longer satisfied. So you're looking to innovate, create something new, bring back an old dream of yours that you had when you were a teenager, but somehow life, people, circumstances interfered with that capacity for you to live out that dream. And here with the spectrum, I can see clearly that you are kind of listening to your intuition, potentially for the first time ever in your life, concerning a really big, important issue. I also feel that with the launch soar card in combination with the smith, you're training yourself. You may have recently just joined a course, a training, getting a certificate. Maybe you went back to university to get your degree. You're in some way professionally training or acquiring new skills. You may be doing this on your own. You're learning how to play an instrument. You're learning how to speak a different language. You're maybe in training to become a therapist, you know, you and me both. So I feel that very strongly you are honing your skills in order to launch a completely different professional path for you in this lifetime. And if you heard something in the background, my cat Luna decided to munch during your reading. So I can see that there is a real hunger for you to get control of your life, because I almost dropped this card and I was feeling like, oh, I need to use my fingers to control the cards. So clearly, control. You want to get back on top of the game. You want to be in control of your finances, in control of your profession, and you're willing to put in the time and the effort, the discipline that is required to see you through this new transformation. Yeah, some of you are making a very big career switch. You could have worked your entire lifetime as an accountant in your training to become an actor, you know, something very different from what you were doing and from how other people know you. Okay, the tarot cards that I have here for you, very concentrated energy, all of them dropped together. We have the Three of Discs. Some of you are looking forward to transition into roles with added responsibility. It could be that you're becoming parents for the first time, yeah? So that's your transformation. In general, I'm picking on the fact that you want more responsibilities. You want something that is substantial, meaty in some way. So either becoming a parent or switching an occupation from something that was, you know, it allowed you to get an income and to get by. You're moving into something in which you are going to pour your heart and soul into. You want to do something from the heart. You're very passionate about this career switch. And for others of you, you're happy with your job, but this is about no longer feeling fulfilled with just being a single person. You want to get married, you want to have children. Children in general seem to be more important than the marriage part. And I keep like moving the cards. We have here the King of Discs. It's a gorgeous card, I love it. This little boy sitting on the white tiger. I definitely feel like some of you could be born in the lunar year of the tiger, and all of a sudden this primal tiger, tigress, masculine force is awakening inside of you. I see with the tree behind you, there is wisdom that you're pulling at, but it's wisdom that is based on childhood dreams. You want to bring back a dream of yours from when you were a kid and you thought everything was possible. Right now you're looking around you and maybe thinking, well, it's chaos in society. I might as well just do what I want and pour effort into something that I love to do. So with the King of Discs, this is the energy that I feel you are embodying at the moment. You're behaving like a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. You're very pragmatic. You want to know all the regulations. You want to know all the tax write-off that you could do. You want to know how much money do I need to put into this, how much money will I get out. You know, you're doing your checks and balances analysis. You are talking to people, gathering as much information as possible, because you really want to begin building and you're very serious about this. Good job. I see that a lot of money is on its way to you with the Knight of Discs and the Three of Discs. Yeah, discs are also coins in this tarot. Now, I also see here that you may benefit from the support of, we have here a Queen of Wands, and this is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius woman, and the Queen of Swords. This is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius woman, yeah? You can see here that the Queen of Wands is holding this cheetah. We have here a murder of crows in this deck. So it's almost as if you feel like somebody's keeping an eye on you. It could be that there is a mother figure in your life that has been somehow stunting your growth or acting in a very controlling way with you. And by making this career shift, by becoming a parent yourself, you're claiming back the control that your mother took away from you. You may have been raised by a mother that was very hands-on, very much in your face, interfering, crossing your boundaries, taking control over what you should think and say and do and wear. And I feel like in this period, you are actually claiming back your fire, your passion. You're very ballsy, you're very brave. I feel like you could even may have said to your mother, you know, like, I don't need you, just walk away from me. I need to do this on my own. I don't need your support. If you're not going to freely give it to me, then I will claim it for myself. Yeah. And I feel like this is a really important period of psychological maturation in your life. It's like you are finally breaking away from the not constructive, constricting web that your mother kept you into, like a spider, you know, she kind of created this web. And I'm saying mother, for most of you, if you no longer have a mother figure in your life, this is somebody else, a woman with authority in your life that you've been giving your power away for such a long time. And now you finally have the courage to ask for what is yours, yeah? It's like in the old saying, ask and you shall be given. I think that you're very much working with your spiritual side. You're understanding better your connection with the divine. And I definitely feel that even though we have biological parents here on earth, even though we owe certain people certain things, we can only answer, or we feel that we can be under the control only of the divine. People should never control us. This is never okay when somebody kind of like manipulates you towards doing something, because we're all equal, or at least we should be equal in the face of the divine, and the divine is the only one that has the utmost power to kind of dominate us in some way. So I definitely feel like you're understanding your own capacity to create your own power. You're waking up to your skills, and you are transforming into this very confident, brave artisan. You are becoming a builder, a constructor, the smith. Maybe you should listen to the Smiths, the album. What was it called? Was it, I forgot the title of the album. Was it The Queen is Dead? Definitely go and listen to any of the songs, you know, by the Smiths with Morrissey, the lead singer. He is a Gemini sun, very charismatic individual, but also quite rebellious and a little bit misunderstood. And I feel like you may embody some of these characteristics with Lady of the Beasts over here. Yeah, you're definitely trying to tame people around you after a lifetime of being the one that was maybe kept on a short leash. Yeah, I'm coming up with all of these animal-like metaphors, but I feel like you're finally understanding how powerful you are, how luminous you are, and that you don't really need another person by your side. You may have been kept in fear in this locked-in, toxic, codependent pattern, but you're breaking free, you're soaring to new heights, you know, you're bringing back a childhood dream, you're manifesting it. If your childhood dream was to have a family, this is it, you're manifesting it. If your childhood dream was to have your own business or to do something you love, to earn money without even thinking about your income, you're just doing what you love and the money is following, you know. I feel like this is what you're waking up to, and you're breaking away from the control of this very watchful feminine presence who has been very hurt herself. I guess that she wasn't able to fulfill her childhood dreams. She wasn't able to have the confidence or the courage or the resources to become who she always wanted to be. Sometimes parents hide behind this excuse, well, if I didn't have you, I would have become a physicist by now, or I would have won the Nobel Prize, but I had to have children. This is bullshit. This is crap, okay? There are many people who are able to do two things at the same time. I'm not saying that it's easy, but blaming your children for your own lack of courage and success in life is really despicable. And I definitely feel that you are seeing through this ploy, this manipulative sob story, and you're just claiming your power. You're really stepping into your role, and you're like, you know what? If you're not going to support me as my parent, at least God supports me. I am under God's guidance, you know. If I'm not going to have support from my biological parents, at least Father Sky and Mother Earth are going to be by my side as I carve my way independently through life, doing what I feel is in alignment with my soul. So you are becoming this incredible craftsman, artisan, and I see that Oshun is here to let you know, because that's why you're drawn towards her, that you will have success. Yeah. Okay, group one, thank you for listening. Before you go, just to remind you that I have a sale going on at the moment throughout the month of October, 25% off across all of my services. So please take advantage of this deal I created for you guys to help you out. Thank you for listening, and I cannot wait to see my next one. Hi group 2, hello darlings, welcome to your pick a card reading. Let's find out, what are you transforming into, what are you becoming, what is the next step of your development. So we have here the goddess of witchcraft, Hecate, with an indication of past life healing. You were drawn towards her because maybe you would like to make a mark in the field of the occult, maybe you dabble in magic. It could be that you're moving on to the next level of your spiritual becoming. Let's see what your oracle cards have to say, and then I'm going to live shuffle from the Mary L Tarot. I absolutely adore this deck. Okay, so we have here Dodola, cleansing. So we have another goddess, another guiding divine spirit, asking you to cleanse your vibe. You're shedding, you're letting go of a lot of things. Maybe you had to let go of some objects, furniture. Maybe you had to spend some money. And I have a feeling that you should just let these material things go, because they will be replaced by new things. It's like you are at an energetic stream at the moment, at the crossroads. That's why you were drawn to Hecate, because she appears to individuals who are finding themselves at a crossroads in life. Some of you could be going through your second Saturn return or first Saturn return. So this is a period of time between the ages of 28 and 30. And then 56 and 58, yeah? So I have a feeling that at the moment, you should just drop the load, drop the heavy weights, let go of furniture, let go of relationships that are no longer good for you. Maybe even let go of a place where you've been living and you're not growing, it's not good for you. You feel it, you've been feeling it in your heart for ages, but you stayed because it was safe or you could not move someplace else. I feel like opportunities are coming into your life at the moment to help you flow again, yeah, to put you in motion again. Solitude, wow, what a beautiful card. Even if the keyword is a little bit, I would say a little bit sad. We have here rest, ponder, quiet, sanctuary. I personally love being alone. I love solitude. I do my best thinking. I can relax. I can be myself when I'm alone. So I have a feeling that you may enjoy this type of energy as well, or you are getting more accustomed to it. It's almost as if you're saying to yourself, instead of pretending I'm somebody I'm not, I'm going to have the courage to just allow myself to be me, even if that means I will be solitary for a while. You are being given right now the energy of rest, because as you move into this new role, and I hear the ambulance outside, it can be something that is creating a lot of stress. Maybe you don't like the fact that you have to make these changes. You don't like the fact that you have to cleanse and release so much. There could be a lot of loss in your life at the moment, a lot of people dying, or you hear of the deaths of many people, and you don't enjoy not being able to create wealth or abundance. You could be feeling like a lot of your resources are being drained from you. That's why you need to find as much time as possible to rest and replenish, because as you rest and replenish and as you release all of the energy of the past, you are actually going to fill yourself up with the strength and energy of this new role that is coming in. Yeah, so take the time to rest. If you find yourself with a clear schedule all by yourself, rest. This is the best attitude you can adopt at this transitioning, transformative point in your life. Now we also have this card, yeah, and it says the forgiver. The affirmation is, I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. Chances are that you were pushed into life situations recently and you had to make some tough decisions and you're kind of regretting the decisions you've made. You may be thinking, oh, if only I had more time. Oh, why did I have to make that decision? Oh, I don't know if I made the right decision. But the important thing is that you made a decision and you moved forward from that tough moment. It's not so much about making the right or wrong decision. Right and wrong is just, there are absolutes, there are moral absolutes that exist in our mind, but they don't necessarily describe reality for exactly what it is. Sometimes it's just some extremities that we like to categorize life into. In reality, things are very messy, things are very complex, and you never know if you're fully right or fully wrong. Sometimes we just make decisions, and the important thing is that we made a decision. That's when we put the energy into motion, yeah? It's better to make a decision than to sit on it forever out of fear of getting it wrong, yeah? So I feel like you need to forgive yourself for whatever you had to do. If you had to let go of somebody and you're really missing this person, if a person was taken away from you, if you feel like you could have done more for that person before they were taken away from you, if you feel like you had to sell a house and relocate, or if you feel like you had to let go of a group of people because you moved into another country, let things be the way that they are, because I feel like there was a higher power pushing you to make these tough decisions and taking things away from you and people as well. It's not all you. So you have to be kinder to yourself and understand you're just one small piece in the puzzle of humanity. You don't need to have the weight of the world crashing over your shoulders, boo, okay? Forgive yourself and forgive those who have harmed you. Let them go. Yeah, you don't have to have interactions with them, but it's just for your own peace of mind, just so that you feel aligned and quiet inside, so that you can sleep better and rest. Forgive as much as you can, yeah? Even if it's hard to forgive, even if it's probably, forgiveness to my mind is one of the most difficult things a human being can do. And we have here as well the puppeteer. Ooh, okay. The keywords are explanations and apologies. You will be receiving a string of apologies, and I feel like even the government may owe you an explanation. It could be that you were forcefully relocated. Yeah, there's trauma here. When I wanted to say relocation, I couldn't because it was like this resistance. So definitely something happened. It could be that you were involved in some sort of natural disaster. It could be that you were involved in a conflagration. There's a conflict in the area. You had to move, you had to relocate, you lost some people. It was shocking, traumatic, and I'm finding it very hard to speak because I can feel the pain. It's like I'm walking through pain with you right now. So I'm not going to insist on it because I don't want to pick at a wound that is still unhealed. But I see here that with the puppeteer, at the moment, you stand the risk of developing a very negative viewpoint of life, of falling into a mindset of, well, if people have taken so much away from me, I'm going to begin manipulating them. Be careful of completely selling your soul to the dark side, because you may get some short-term benefits, such as feeling that revenge or justice is possible. But in the long run, you are going to be the one that suffers even more. The best thing you can do at the moment is to let go as much as possible. It's probably the hardest thing you have to do. and then allow people to come to you to do the repair work for you. Don't do it for them. Don't try to take justice into your own hands. Don't try to slash these people or vent out on them. Just be mindful of your own energy, be mindful of your own like vibe. And I know it's painful. I can feel the heavy cloud of energy on top of you. Try not to go to the dark side, because nothing good ever came from that part. And I do understand that you are becoming more aware of the nastier aspects of being a human, but this doesn't mean that you have to completely become a dark practitioner of magic or a practitioner of dark magic. You can be a shadow walker, which means you do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. You don't have to completely renounce your light. You can become more aware of the things you hate about other people, because those are the things that you dislike in yourself as well. So this is a very strong indication from the divine to let go of negativity and dark thoughts. You could have had some pretty rough thoughts. I'm not going to get into details, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Let go of thinking of causing harm to other people just because they hurt you back. Yeah, let go of thinking of an eye for an eye. Let go of these revenge fantasies. The best thing you can do is accept that things had to happen in this way, not because people are evil, but because there is a higher power that is organizing things. Exactly. That is organizing things in a specific way, and it takes a while for our small human brains to understand, this is where things had to go. This is why this happened. I'm going to give you a quote. I found it today while I was reading a card from Anatomy of the Witch Oracle by Victor Robinson, and he said that death and darkness lay, and out of that love was born. So your life may be crowded with death, decay, darkness, but wait it out, rest it out. Rather than retaliate, hold the energy inside of yourself and use it to heal, because you're going to see that it will take you exactly like the flow of life, as tempestuous, chaotic, and brutal it can be sometimes. It will take you exactly where you need to be at exactly the right kind of destination, to exactly the right kind of people you need to be with. But you have to forgive, you have to heal, you have to rest in the unknown, and you have to believe and trust in this higher power. And that's the new role you're walking into. Yeah, you are spiritualizing your life more than potentially you were ever allowed to spiritualize it. That's why the pain has a purpose. It's not there just to mock you. We have here, yeah, look at this. The Two of Wands, you're walking into the dark forest. But these trees, you see how they have created it looks as if they're holding hands. Yeah, they're welcoming you. You have to walk through this threshold in order to reach the other side. And I also have here another 2. So 2 is your significant number. For some of you, all of this pain is going to lead you towards your soulmate. It's going to lead you towards your soul family. But you have to relinquish karmic counterparts and what you are accustomed to, what you grew familiar with, in order to be pushed into the direction of your destiny. Yeah. 2 of Swords. This is about limbo, indecision, purgatory, being up in the air and not knowing what to do. Great. If you don't know what to do, what direction to take in life, rest. Think of it as you're in the antechamber of a divine doctor who has put you on the list for healing. You just have to rest a little while pre-operation, okay? I don't know how else to put it into words. We have here the dragonfly, which is an indicator that sometimes we may believe our own illusions. So as you rest, be also a little bit attentive to people, because not everything is as it seems. People that seem really good on paper may be awful in real life, or people that can be quite trustworthy initially may prove to be some scammers, or people that are awful with you initially, they may end up being your best friends. So The mind can be deceiving, illusions abound, you are being given a chance to rest, and what you are transforming into is a spiritual teacher. You're becoming a spiritual master. But you have to go through some really tough life experiences. You have to be put in a position in which you have to heal, to forgive, to rest in the unknown, to deal with unquantifiable things, unseen presences, to start to read people intuitively, not only mentally, in order for you to level up to this level of spiritual teachings. 22 is your grandmaster number. I recommend that you Google this angel number and see what fresh messages you come up with. 2 is usually the number of the moon. And we have here the moon. Hecate is the dark goddess of the moon. And Artemis, the one behind me, my patron, is the light goddess of the moon. So work with these two goddesses. Work with Hecate and Diana Artemis as you are encountering this nebulous energy. Yeah. Work with your dreams as well. Work by creating art if you're struggling during this really painful but very important transition. You stand a chance of rescuing your soul if you continue down this path. So have faith, hold on. Before you leave, I'm going to wrap up your reading here, but before you leave, just remember that if you want a personalized reading with me, you get 25% off if you book in the month of October 2025. I have this discount that is running throughout all the month to help you guys in case you wanted a reading and it was a bit too expensive for you. Now you can get it with a little bit of a discount. So thank you kindly for listening. Take good care of yourself during this painful transition, and I'll see you in my next one, okay? Ciao. Hey group 3, hello darlings. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Let's find out, what are you transforming into? What are you developing towards? We have here the goddess Amaterasu, the Japanese goddess of daylight, daybreak, and we have here no more hiding. Okay, so it seems like you're really breaking out. It could be that you are recently coming out to people. You're telling people, look, I am gay, or look, I've always had this talent and I'm not going to keep it a secret any longer. I feel that you are choosing to live life on your own terms, following a period of deep repression and a lot of fears that were limiting you from being truly who you were supposed to become. So keeping this in mind, let's first begin with your oracle cards, and then I'm going to shuffle from the gorgeous Marielle Tarot a couple of cards to try to understand better how you are adapting to this new role. So we have here Artio, transformation. We have a bear. The bear could be your animal spirit in this period. We have here waiting, number 39, maybe that's your age. We see here alertness, preparation, and watchfulness. The owl is a symbol of the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, the abundance bringer. We also have here this card. I don't know why, but this man reminds me of Michael Jackson. But we have here the farmer. And the affirmation is, I enjoy being of service to those who deserve it. Okay, so it seems like you're going back to the basics. The farmer is the one that prepares the soil, plants the seed, tends to the crop, and then harvests it. So you can be quite methodical about this transformation you have just embarked upon. And then we have the chiromancer. I'm getting very strong Virgo and Gemini energy from you guys. With the farmer here, maybe an ascendant in an earth sign, Virgo ascendant, Taurus ascendant, or maybe Capricorn ascendant. The chiromancer with the palm, this is a palm reader, somebody who sees the destiny or the fated events in a person's life by looking at their palm. And we have delivering news and collaboration. I have a feeling that you're going to join forces. You're transitioning into a partner. This could be romantic, but I feel that for most of you, this is going to be professional as well. Like you're partnering up with somebody to create your own business, to launch your brand, to have people, to attract more people towards you, more clients, to have a wider base. You are bringing something to the table, your partner is bringing something to the table. In certain cases, indeed, you may have recently met somebody or you're about to meet somebody who will become your romantic partner. but will also be somebody that you work with. Yeah, you could start your own business, your own family business, or you could be doing something together that helps the collective in some way. Yeah, so I feel that you could be drawn to reading occult material, or training some of your occult abilities. I think that you're very systematic about this. You may want to create a school in which you're helping people get more in touch with their occult abilities and helping them hone them and train them. I don't know why, but I recently saw The Conjuring, the first movie, and you know, there was the couple, I forgot their names right now, Ed and please comment down below, guys, but there is a couple in The Conjuring that helps families get rid of dark spirits. They exorcise dark spirits from households, and that's the story of The Conjuring, how they're helping this family of 5 children get rid of this dark entity in their house. And I have such a mind lapse right now, because they are actually a couple in the movie that was based on a real life couple that were very much into the occult and understood the forces of good and evil. You know, and he was like a collector, a demonologist, and she was a psychic. Anyway, comment down below and let me know. Hopefully I remember and put a link down. So here we have you partnering up with somebody, and this is going to be your new role. You're going to be the counterpart. You're going to be the partner. You're going to be the collaborator, and in some cases the lover as well. Some of you are generally going to find love as well as a business partnership. I feel like your hands are going to give you a lot of signals in the coming period. It's interesting because at the time when I'm filming this reading, the planet Uranus is in the sign of Gemini, and Gemini rules over the hands, the fingers. I feel like your hands are going to begin warming up. You're going to develop maybe some calluses, or there will be something like that happens to your hands right before important information is coming in. You have to learn how to protect them and take good care of them. I recommend that you get a specific pair of gloves. You could be this kind of person that is quite psychic, and when you touch a person, you feel their memories, you feel their pain. There is a feeling that your hands are going to become your most important tool in this new collaboration that you're embarking. Some of you may not necessarily dive into the occult. You could be doing something very matter-of-factly, like baking. Maybe you are baking bread. Maybe you are cooking a lot with your hands. So there's also this feeling of using your hands to do something pragmatic for your collaborative business. Yeah. So maybe you're baking cookies or eclairs or just something beautiful, but you need to use your hands. You need to craft your entry into this new role. Yeah, I think that I was rushing a little bit to the previous few readings because now I feel a little bit tired in your reading. But let's see, I'm not gonna give up. Yeah. Let's see what the tarot has to say right now. You may be feeling quite tired in this period, quite like at the end of your rope, but don't worry, don't give up right before things become really good, because you have a supporter. Yeah, a supporter, a counterpart, a soulmate is coming in to help you. So we have here the High Priestess. Definitely you're going to become a student of the occult. You're going to understand your intuition better. You're going to start creating art. There is a feeling of wanting to express yourself from deep, deep down below, but also watching, waiting, observing, studying, biding your time until the moment is just right to launch something. We also have here, yeah, the Ace of Swords. I'm not taking reversals in this reading. So the Ace of Swords shows me that for the time being, like this griffin, you are tied to a rock. You are not allowed to fly yet, because this is a period of training and apprenticeship. Yeah? There is so much power that you hold inside, but you're not meant to unleash it yet into the collective. It needs to go through a period of understanding its limits, understanding the contours of your energy and how to use it wisely and for what to use it. What should you pour your energy into? And we also have here the Two of Swords, which appeared for group 2. Yeah, Now I'm thinking about the fact that they had 22 as the strongest numerological energy, and it was group 2. Yeah. But I see here with the Two of Swords, a period of indecisiveness, a period of biding your energies, a period of preparation. Yeah, you're at the moment in preparation mode. The role you're stepping into is a period of apprenticeship. And at the end of this apprenticeship, you are really going to be able to hone your skills with so much clarity, dexterity, and fortitude that people are going to be shocked how easy you make things seem. You are definitely getting a counterpart. You're not alone in this period. You are in this period of waiting, watching, observing, studying, but don't worry, because it will be crowned with this new relationship, this new role that you are stepping into. Yeah. And with the farmer, it's a lot about being patient with the fruits of your labor, because following a period of waiting, you may be thinking that nothing is happening, but a lot of things are falling into place and preparing. And following from that period of waiting, all of your plants, all of your crops are suddenly going to start blooming. Yeah, much like Amaterasu, who I believed hid in a cave. I'm not familiar so much with the original myth. Maybe you guys can share down below in the comment section for everybody else to read. But I think she hid in a cave, and she was only brought out after a hero or somebody came to taunt her. And when she came out of the cave, it was like sunlight, daybreak appeared again on earth, because she was so luminous. So following from a period of going within, going in the cave, you're waiting, watching, you're preserving your skills, you're learning new things, and then you will be launched into the public, launched into the collective. So it could be that at the moment, all your efforts are being poured into training, and this training is going to lead you to public acclaim. People are going to be shocked at how beautifully simple and easy you make something difficult appear. And with the Ace of Swords, this is a new chapter in the way in which you speak of yourself, you think of yourself. The High Priestess is Pisces energy, highly creative, highly intuitive, and fertile. And the Two of Swords is about an anxious in-between. As long as you learn how to navigate this anxious in-between, how to hold your wings down and not cut them completely, because it's temporary, you will fly again like this griffin, then you will be okay. You are going to sail smoothly through this period. Yeah, just hone your skills, practice your abilities, and allow the divine to reveal itself inside of you, because that's what we normally do when we train our occult abilities. We just activate in us some parts that our brain was taught to suppress. Yeah, I'm going to end the reading here. I don't know what else to add. I think it's a very beautiful becoming. You are really transitioning into this kind of like combined energy, this interdependent powerhouse. You're going to become the best part of a power couple. You're going to have this partnership, this role of collaborator, supporter. It's just wonderful. You can achieve so much with the help of somebody else rather than all by yourself. So allow somebody to love you, allow somebody to help you, and definitely go out into the world after this period of training and preparation and become ally with somebody, join your forces with somebody. Yeah, okay. Well, group 3, before you go, I just need to remind you that throughout the entire month of October 2025, I have a sale, 25% off all of my services. Links are placed in the description box below. Go and have a look, get yourself something cheaper. That's why I have this discount, to help you guys. Book a service with me, a tarot reading, an astrological report. You can book it now and I can create it for you a couple of months down the line. However you wish, just contact me and we'll figure something out. Thank you for listening. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next one. Ciao.